My mother only kissed me once, but I never expected her to collapse right in front of me. I was completely terrified at that moment. I quickly reached out my hand. I carefully checked if my mother was still breathing, but the moment my fingers touched her, my mother suddenly opened her eyes again. At the time, I had no idea that I possessed a special ability. Until the next day, my mother accidentally touched me again. After seeing her fall, I quickly reached out to bring her back, but this time, my mother never woke up again. At that moment, I finally discovered my secret. My fingers could bring people back to life, but once they touched me again after being revived, they would disappear forever. I was afraid of watching the people closest to me vanish again, so from that day on, I decided never to touch anyone again. Years later, I became a chef. I learned to use my ability to help people in my life. Wilted fruits and vegetables would become fresh again after my touch. I thought I would live a peaceful life like that forever. Until one day, when I came home from work and was about to take out the trash, a fugitive suddenly fell from the roof. But the moment our bodies touched, the fugitive, who had already passed away, came back to life. I was afraid he would hurt more people, so I chased after him and touched him again, sending him back to where he was before. And that scene was witnessed by a bald detective. He quickly discovered my ability, and he kept persuading me to work with him on cases. Our method was simple. I would briefly bring people back. Then we would search for clues from them about the truth. Finally, I would let them leave again. With this special ability, we solved many cases, and we also earned a lot of money. Until one day, I met someone who made me lose my calm. Because this time, the victim was my first love, so I found an excuse to send the detective away. Then I secretly brought her back. Seeing her open her eyes again, my feelings became incredibly complicated. We talked for a long time, but she had no idea who had hurt her. She only remembered that she was cooking in the kitchen. Suddenly, someone covered her head with a plastic bag. After that, she remembered nothing else. Since we could not find the person responsible, we started talking about our memories from the past. We still remembered that we had shared our first kiss with each other. As we talked, she slowly moved closer to me. She wanted to kiss me again. But just before we touched, I stopped because I knew that if she touched me, she would disappear forever. I did not want to lose her again. So I broke my promise with the detective. I told her about my ability, and I told her about this cruel rule. In the end, we decided to let her return to her original place first, and I would take her away later that night. After leaving the room, I deliberately distracted the detective, but when I returned, I discovered that she was gone. It turned out her family was preparing to bury her. At that moment, I completely panicked because I knew I did not have much time left. At that moment, she was lying inside a cold coffin, imagining our future together. Meanwhile, the workers were already preparing to cover the grave. To save her, I had no choice but to create a distraction. I set the nearby construction vehicle on fire. The workers rushed over to put it out. Taking advantage of the chaos, I ran over and opened the coffin. I successfully rescued her. From then on, we were finally able to live together again. The only regret was that I could never truly touch her. The next day, the bald detective came to see me. He discovered that she was still alive. I had no choice but to tell him everything. Luckily, he did not blame me. Later, whenever I wanted to hug her, he would willingly step in for me. He completed the hug that I could never give her. I truly wanted to thank him from the bottom of my heart.